Hey Jonesy Babes and Anonymous Jonesy Babes, welcome back to my channel. Happy Tuesday to you all. So I finally got a chance to listen to Bunnie's podcast. She had a guest. I think his name is J.D. Delaney or Jay Delaney. I'm sorry, I don't really know who he is. But you guys let me know if I say his name correctly or write his name correctly in the comment section, okay? As far as Bunnie XO, all I know about her really is that she's Jelly Roll's wife. I don't know anything about her. I don't know her background or anything like that. But yeah. So, but I do know she has a podcast called Dumb Blonde Podcast, and she was talking with her host about Wade Wilson. Okay, so I took down some notes. So let's talk about it. And a lot of you was telling me, try to watch it and talk about it. So here I am, okay? Here I am, baby. Signed, sealed, delivered. I'm yours. All right. I know you didn't come here for that, so let's just get to it. All right. So Bunnie said that Wade doesn't deserve a platform, and she's tired of seeing him on her TikTok feed. Ooh, baby. I know. Finger snaps, because, honey, I already know. I'm sick of it as well. Every time I go on TikTok, I see a whole bunch of Wade this and Wade that. I'm like, oh my God. And it's his supporters. Why does Wade still have supporters is beyond me. Okay? Stop drinking his Kool-Aid and stop eating his poop pies. Please. He's already been exposed. He's only using people to get money, all right? But yet, people are still infatuated with him. They think he's innocent. I am not going to stress myself out about those folks, but it's really crazy. Wade is played out, okay? He really is. But the only thing that's keeping Wade, in the mix of everything are those phone calls. Once those phone calls stop, that's it. He's going to fade. He's going to fade away. That's my opinion now. You may feel differently, but that's my opinion. So they talked about his background, which we all know. And a message, don't glorify murderers, okay? Because I don't understand that either. Why would somebody glorify a murderer? People glorify serial killers, and it's just, to me, it's disgusting. That means you're not right in the head. You know what I'm saying? So her first approach about Wade Wilson was sketchy, but you know what? She apologized and learned from her mistakes, and she moved on from it. Okay, and you guys know what I'm talking about. That's when she first got caught, when the Wade Wilson, and she was like, she wanted to interview him, and it came off kind of like thirsty. But you know what? She apologized for that, and she moved on, and she learned from it. They talked about the women that post thirst trap pictures of Wade, which to me, hey, I wouldn't consider those thirst traps, but I know what she mean by that, thirst traps. You know what I'm saying? Some of those women are still living in a world where they can't let go of him. I don't know why, but some women, they have a family, they have a husband, children, they have moved on with their life. But as soon as Wade Wilson became popular, I had an encounter with Wade. This is what happened. Even if it was for a weekend or a week, they want to talk about it. They want to gain some type of attention from it, because they know people are going to ask, hey, you was with him for a little bit. What was he like? And then you're going to sit there and you're going to let it marinate and say you have a story to tell, but you really don't really have a story to tell, but you're going to let it marinate and let it build and post pictures here and there with little captions. He was a red flag. I dated a serial killer, all types of stuff. So People were posting thirst traps and attention-seeking, videos and pictures. It was just a mess. A mess. It's still a mess, to be honest. So Bunnie said that 6 women reached out to her about Wade, right? But she didn't really answer them. The one that she did answer was Jesse. Now, she knew about Jesse since June. We just found out about Jesse not too long ago. But she knew about Jesse, a.k.a. Miss Feather Honey. She knew about Feather since June. Okay? As his girlfriends. Okay? So, Bunnie says she recorded the call between her and Wade. Now, let me ask you guys a question. Is that legal? Can she record that call between her and Wade? Was that legal? Because I don't know. You get what I'm saying? I don't know. And why wasn't these calls played on Phone Calls on Prison's channel? Because they do get the calls. So maybe they had a deal where Bunnie said, well, I'll just play my calls. You don't have to play them. What's up? What's going on? I don't know. I really don't know. And then I'm hearing online, I'm reading stuff and hearing stuff that Phone Calls on Prison, they hold back certain calls and stuff like that. It is what it is, but they do bring us content. So it is what it is. Maybe they have a reason for letting certain things out, Okay. But I do appreciate all the calls they have put out, of all the cases that have been out so far. So I do appreciate Phone Calls from Prison because they work hard. This stuff is not easy and it costs money. You know what I'm saying? So I really do hope that their channel excel. They should be at 1 million by now. You know what I'm saying? They should be at 1 million subscribers by now. But slow and steady wins the race. So Bunnie told Wade she wanted to keep him in the loop about what was going on, with being on the Netflix the documentary and stuff like that. But she did tell him that people were not interested in paying him, which is true. So, of course, Wade gets upset. He gets pissed off because he wants to get paid, honey. Why am I talking to you and I can't get paid? He wants to make a bag. So Wade basically said that he doesn't want to talk if he's not getting any money. He said he didn't care about the fame, which we know is a lie. He cared about the fame. Because remember when the journalist was reaching out to him, the media, and he was like, oh, when is it going to play on the news? He wants people to see him. He loved the attention that he was getting. And if you take that from him, Wade will go crazy. I'm telling you, if you take all that attention away from Wade, he is going to go crazy. So what's he going to do when he's no longer popular and somebody else is? Oh, honey, I would love to see it. I would love to see it. So, he was like, but if he can't get a bag, he's not doing it. Nobody's going to pay him. Nobody is going to pay him. And then he goes on to say to Bunnie that, if she didn't want to gain any compensation, that's fine. That's on her. But she just wanted more views and clicks. And she said that kind of rubs her the wrong way. See, Wade know what to say to get under somebody's skin. He loves to argue with people. He runs his mouth all the time. He doesn't think. He just runs his mouth. Now, at one point when she was talking to him, she said that she didn't think he was a monster. He did, monstrous things. And she said she regretted saying that because she said he is a monster, which is true. He is a monster. You know what I'm saying? You out there unaliving people and then you do it again. Come on. If he didn't get caught for these murders, the murders of Diane and Christine, he would have got caught for somebody else's murder. I'm telling you. He would have been out there off the hook just taking someone's life because he can. If he didn't get caught or didn't get turned in, of course he would have did it again. He would have kept doing it until he got caught. Now that's what I believe. That's my opinion now, okay? So, Wade doesn't think it's fair that he would get nothing. And he was even like telling Bunnie, you could just pay me on a low. Nobody don't have to know anything. Like, dude, you asking her to pay you under the table. You know what I'm saying? You asking her to do something that's weird. No, she can't do that. But it's all about getting money to him. He doesn't care how he get it. He wants to get money. He wants to get money. Then he said he got women all over the world hitting him up. And that's the problem right there. These women, whether they're American or out of the country, these women are paying him attention. These women, they're the reason why he has a big head right now. Why he thinks he's all of that in a bag of chips. Which he's not. Okay? Which he's not. But it's the women that are glorifying him and, oh my God, Wade, he's so handsome. Oh, he's so innocent. He didn't do this. He's been set up. Girl, bye. Get out of here with that. With all the evidence, and you still feel that way? Like, when are these people going to wake up? Now, I do have a question. If Wade doesn't participate in the documentary, because I don't know if it's still going on or not, but if he doesn't participate, do you think the show will work without him? Let me know in the comment section. I would love to know your thoughts on that. So Bunnie asked him if anyone else was offering him anything or talking to him, and he said a lot of people, but he turned them down. Nobody was not talking to Wade about that. They probably wanted to talk to him, but nobody was going to pay him. Nobody was going to pay him. Well, yeah, so, Bunnie has reached out to the people that was in his life to do a documentary, I guess through Netflix or Hulu or whoever picks it up. But, I would love to hear, different things on a documentary if it did happen. I would love to hear it. Let's see. So Bunnie is also talking to Diane's kids. All right, because she mentioned they was downstairs. They were waiting to come up and have a conversation with her. So she also said that she donated to them privately. Okay. And that's what it's all about. Supporting Diane, kids, and Christine's family. Because, come on, they didn't ask for this. Do you think that they woke up and had this in their head? They're not going to see their mom anymore? Or Christine's family was like, they're not going to see her anymore? No. This is something that both families are going to have to deal with forever. And let me just tell you something. It gets a little better to deal with, but you will always remember. You will always remember. And it will always hurt. Trust me, I know. I know what it's like to get a phone call and say, hey, your loved one was murdered. My brother was murdered. My only brother was murdered. That destroyed me. A couple of years later, my grandmother passed. The only mother figure I had, because my mother passed away when I was 16 years old. She was 33. She died. She was pregnant in her tubes and it burst. So for me, that was my world changed. I go to school, she's home. I see you later, Ma, and I get back home. She's in the hospital on her deathbed. People just don't understand. So losing someone, I understand exactly how these boys feel. I understand Christine's family, how they feel. It's hurtful. Who wants to get a call or hear that their loved one was murdered? That right there, totally different. Totally different. Okay. So, I guess their conversation is going to be in part 2 because we only heard part 1. So I guess that would be in part 2. So here's the thing. Bunnie said that Wade gave out her number to different women. And he created drama. What? That was like insane. Why would you give out somebody's number? Why? He probably was upset about something. He was in his feelings. But don't give nobody's phone number out. So what she do, she reached out to Jessie, sent her screenshots and stuff what was going on, and told her what was going on. Like, listen, tell him to stop giving these girls my number. And she did what she had to do was since that's the girlfriend, send her the proof. And she did. Oh, Wade didn't like that. Wade didn't like that. Wade told her to stop giving, he stopped giving out her number, and for Bunnie to stop sending emails or screenshots to his people of the other girl's screenshot. So he didn't even say, well, Bunnie, okay, I'll stop giving out your number, but don't give my girl any more screenshots of what other girls are saying. He said his people. He didn't even acknowledge the fact that Jessie was his girlfriend. He didn't say girlfriend. He said his people. Now, I also found out JD was saying that there's a green light on Wade. So, and that he's better off and he's safer on death row. Well, hey, it is what it is. When you go to jail and you pretending to be something that you're not, and you got all those tattoos on you and think that those tattoos are going to save you and stuff. It worked out differently for him. But anyway, that was part 1 of the podcast. It was interesting, I would say. It was a very interesting podcast. How did you guys feel about it? Let me know in the comment section. So now that we got that part out the way, here's some things that I want to say, because I don't feel like making a different video about it. Halloween is coming up, right? Halloween is my favorite holiday. I'm a spooky girl. I love all things horror. I love scary movies. I'm just that girl. I'm just that spooky chick, right? But what I don't want to see, I do not want to see anybody face like Wade's for Halloween. Okay? Please don't do that. Bad enough, he thinks he's popular. He thinks he's popping. He thinks that he can get any girl and whatever the case may be. Please do not be Wade for Halloween. I don't know if anybody is thinking of doing that. If you are thinking of doing that, that's crazy. Do not. Please. Please. And another thing, just because somebody paint their face like a skull or a jack-o'-lantern or whatever, that's not trademark just for Wade. First of all, look at Wade's face. We don't know what's going on. It looked like a 5-year-old took a magic marker and just went all over his face. The stitches across his mouth, they look it look weak, okay? It looks weak. I've seen guys who had that same stitches across their face, and I'm like, oh, that's not my choice of a tattoo, but it looks clean. It looks professionally done. His looked like 5-year-olds took a magic marker and just started going at it, right? And then on the right side of his mouth, it looked like they was trying to do some skull action there, but it looks like dirt. Then he got the ha ha ha, why so serious across his face. Then he just looked a mess. He looks like a tic-tac-toe mess. Okay? A mess. Plain and simple. Now, there was this guy on TikTok. I'm not sure if you guys know about him. His name was Tony or Turned Up Tony. And he was going around like Jeffrey Dahmer, playing little pranks on his family. He had the glasses like Dahmer and stuff like that. And I think he even dressed like him at some point. And his mother and father were sick of it. They were just like, they were just sick of it, of him doing that. I didn't really care for that, but you know, people on his platform, they loved what he was doing, you know. But his parents, I laughed at their reaction because they were just over him. They were just sick of it already. And at that time, that's when Dahmer Netflix special came on. Whew, I watched that and I was just like, wow. I was blown away, to be honest. But anyway, so at some point, Wade is going to fade. Okay? And I'd be so happy when he does fade. So please do not include Wade with Halloween. Do not connect Wade with Halloween. That's all I'm asking. That's all I'm asking. All right? Yes, he's a monster. Yes, he is horrific. Yes, he is heinous. But guess what? Please do not connect Wade with Halloween. All right? All right. So I think that's all I want to say right now. If I think of anything else, you know I'm going to hit you back. But I got some other content to get done today. I still have to listen to Kiosk Kristen and Wade's phone call. I was supposed to listen to it the other day, but I think I didn't listen to it. No, I fell asleep on it. So I'm going to listen to it today, and then I'll get back to you with that. All right? So you guys have a good one, and I'll talk to you later.